If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
In 1920 Bombay, 21-year-old Meghna's father Dheeraj, a struggling writer, commits suicide. However, doctors inform Meghna and her boyfriend Arjun that Dheeraj's heart is missing in the autopsy. Meghna stumbles upon his personal diary, which uncovers Radhika, her mother's scandalous past of liaisons with British people for monetary gains and fame. She learns that her mother had once poisoned her father in an attempt to kill him. But he miraculously survived, unable to endure her deeds. Meghna's mother abandoned her family, eventually marrying the wealthy Maharaja of princely state of Gurvar, Shantanu. Stricken by the revelation, Meghna turns to her father's grave, where she communicates with his spirit. Under her father's guidance and vowing revenge, Meghna goes to her mother's opulent home, setting off a series of eerie events. Meghna forms a bond with her step-sister Aditi, despite her father's caution not to let affection distract her from her mission. Simultaneously, Arjun becomes aware of her destructive intentions towards her mother and comes to Gurvar to warn her against her path. He gives her ultimatum of returning to Bombay with him. That night he is violently attacked in his hotel at the hands of Meghna's father's spirit. In an unexpected turn of events, when Meghna visits Arjun in hospital, he asks her continue her revenge and presents her with an earthen pot, kalasa in Hindi, filled with ash of Dheeraj. After sprinkling the ashes under Aditi's pillow, Aditi becomes possessed, performing inexplicable actions that terrify the household. Despite attempts from the housekeeper to expose Meghna, Radhika and Shantanu decide to trust her. Meghna then receives a message to meet Arjun at the back of the palace, where he asks her to leave with him as her work is done. When the housekeeper discovers them, Arjun violently kills the housekeeper, boarding the train for Bombay with Arjun. Meghna, seeing their reflection in glass, finds out that Arjun's body is possessed by an evil black magic practitioner Rahashur, and that real Arjun was killed the night of his attack at hotel and his body possessed. Fleeing from Rahashur, the journey brings her back to her mother's mansion, where the gardener hands her her mother's old diary. Upon reading the diary, Meghna is confronted with a devastating truth: her father Dheeraj was a malevolent man who would trade his wife for money and power. When Radhika protested, he consumed poison to instill fear in her but survived. Radhika tried to commit suicide but was saved by Shantanu, who fell in love with her. They tried to find Meghna to save her, but by then Dheeraj had abducted her. Realizing her grave mistake, Meghna confesses to Radhika that she aided her father's spirit in possessing Aditi. The family brings in a Hindu priest who reveals that Meghna's father had a pact with the evil Rahashur. His spirit would live on to ruin Radhika in exchange for his heart after death. With no other way to save Aditi, Meghna lights a sacred lamp, Diya, in the temple and kills herself using the trident of goddess Durga. Her spirit fights her father's in the spirit realm, ultimately sending him into the light. She also tries to go, but her boyfriend Arjun's spirit stops her, who advises her to return to the living world. When Meghna regains consciousness, she finds herself in a hospital bed, surrounded by Radhika, Shantanu, and Aditi, symbolizing a fresh start.